Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica and today I will be doing my low buy update for the month of August. And this video is going to be a long one because I just finished writing the script and I know I'm going to be talking for a while. So if you want to get water, now would be a good time to do so. For those of you who are new here, I started a beauty bank style low buy in 2021, ended at the beginning of 2023, and then from 2023 to 2025 I was on a no buy, and now this year I'm back on a low buy, but it's 2 out 1 in style, so I'm not increasing the amount of products I have in my collection. My other major rule is that I am not restricted when I travel internationally. I feel like this is a great way to balance out the 2 out 1 in, and I don't want to be restricted when I travel. Things are very expensive in the US to get in other countries, to get from other countries, so that's also another reason why I don't restrict myself. As per usual, I will start with my life updates and slash reason why I've been MIA for about 2 weeks, and the answer to that is that I've just been really busy, but also I have to go to the office 4 times a week now. It used to be just 2. And I'm obviously very unhappy about this. I'm trying to see the bright side. So for example, now it's easier to get my steps in because I have to walk to the office and then back home. I don't live walking distance from my office. I'm just giving that as an example. And during lunch I'm more inclined to go for a walk. I'm also away from my snack stash at home, so I'm not as likely to overeat when I'm in the office because I just can't. And lastly, I can, make more progress with my project pan items because I was not wearing makeup on days where I was at home, but now I'm wearing makeup every single day that I'm in office. I don't think my coworkers have ever seen me without makeup on. But I'm always so drained when I get home. I used to be able to just hop on my computer after working at home and just, do some editing. But now I can't even bring myself to do that because all I want to do is just be a potato on the couch. I definitely need to figure out a new filming and editing schedule because I think I can still manage both. It's just that this is new to me, so I'm not used to it. I also do like to script my videos now because it helps with the flow of the video, it helps with editing, but that also can take up to a few days while I finalize the script. I'm trying to use my weekends as my time to rest and also film and edit, but the past 2 weekends I was very busy, like both days, so I didn't even have a chance to rest. So now I'm going to pivot to something a little bit more positive. So in my last update, I mentioned that we were in the process of getting pre-approved for a loan, but we did get pre-approved for a loan, so now I know how much house we can afford. But I ran the calculations and we are not going to buy like the maximum amount that we can because we would be very house poor if we did. And part of the reason why I was so busy is because we were house hunting. So one of the past weekends we went and took a look at 5 different houses with a realtor, and Redfin really is the Tinder of responsible adults. We got house fished so hard. I think the worst house we saw was one where there was an unpermitted toilet and sink in the shed. And even our realtor was surprised, and he's been in the business for at least, I don't know, 2 decades. But we're also going to stop house hunting for a while because we do have to take care of an older relative. We are taking turns with other family members, but I think we are getting weekends, so I'm losing my days of rest, but obviously family is very important, and I'm probably going to take time off work just so I can rest and make sure that I'm not grumpy in the office when I do go. Mostly taking time off to rest, but also if I have the chance to be able to edit videos as well, because I do still want to keep up with YouTube. But if the videos are sparse in the future, you know why. I am definitely going to try and get out my Project Pan videos because those are like monthly and they're quite exciting and I do enjoy doing them. They don't take as much work as this video does, but I will still do low buy videos as well, and it's more like the fun videos that fill out the rest of the month that you may not see anymore. So moving back to the actual low buy updates, I previously put myself on an online shopping ban just to see how long I could go without buying anything online and seeing a package show up at the door. So the ban was to see how many days I could go without seeing a package at the door. And it started on June 3rd and it ended on July 23rd. So I had to break my no buy in order to buy water shoes because I am going whitewater rafting this weekend. I spent so much time doing research in order to see if I could get these specific pair of shoes in person. So I was like, we're going to go to Portland. Maybe they sell the shoes there, and I went into different stores, didn't see them. I looked online before we even went, didn't see them. So then I decided to just buy them because I didn't want to buy a cheap pair of like $20 closed-toe shoes. They have to, your heel has to be secure too. And I only have slides, but now I have the water shoe, obviously. And so I was like, if I'm going to spend the money to buy this product, I want it to last. So I ended up breaking my no buy. It's basically like a sandal you can hike in. And I did also buy some socks because my current socks have no structural integrity. The elastic is like really loose, except for my Hoka socks. So I bought 6 pairs and they were expensive, but they're the only ones that have lasted over 2 years. So I went 50 days without seeing a package at the door. The next time I do a online shopping ban, I have to surpass 50 days. So I'm going to see how long I can go in the next iteration, but it might not be for a while because we will be house hunting and I'm probably going to buy stuff then. For now, I can still shop online. The Ulta 10 times points multiplier day is coming up and I knew I was going to have to break my no buy for that anyways. And that's sometime around the middle of August. So after breaking this online shopping no buy, it felt like the floodgates were open. All of a sudden, I needed a lot of different things. So for example, my caffeinated collagen ran out, so I had to restock that. It's online only. We actually use our shower curtain rod to dry our clothes, like delicates that can't go through the dryer, and it fell because it was too heavy, so I had to buy an actual drying rack. I decided to also replace my belt that I had actually given away like a month or two ago. I think it was loose by at least an inch, so I got a new one and it's going to come in sometime next week, I think. Felt like suddenly I was making all these purchases, but I don't think I bought anything rashly. Like, I thought the purchases through and I waited a few days, and I actually have a running wish list of things that I want, including the month I put the item in, the month that I bought it, and the reason why I want the product, and also the price just to see how much it costs. Actually, when I was buying my replacement belt in a smaller size, I did see some UGG some UGG slippers that were really cute. It's the Bailey Bow slippers, but they're for kids. And then I measured my foot. Turns out I can fit into kids size 6. And I was like, maybe I should get it because it's summer and by the time it's like fall or winter, they're going to be sold out. But it's still quite some time before winter or slash fall. So I think instead I'm going to repair my current Uggs. There's nothing too wrong with them. The sole's actually fine. It's just that the inside is not as soft as it used to be because they're 4 years old. I'm just gonna get that replaced locally, have the watermarks cleaned off of it, and see if I still need the slippers. Obviously, I don't think I need them, but see if I still can justify buying the slippers in the future. And I don't want to have too much stuff, even though I have a lot of things I'm going to buy later on. I just don't want too much stuff for when I move, and I don't know when I'm going to move anymore, so it's very conflicting. But I didn't buy the shoes. Speaking of the wish lists, I actually am going to be going through 2 of them today. So I have a running wish list on things that I want, which includes like everything. So things like a steam cleaner, things like new clothes, makeup sometimes. It's just everything and anything I can think of. I just put it on my phone and then I have to put the reason why. And then I'm also going to be telling you guys what's in my Ulta shopping cart for the 10 times points multiplier day. So I'm going to actually start with the Ulta list. For those of you who don't know, Ulta is, I think it's just in the US. It's a store where around the middle of August, they have this one day where certain brands will give you 10 times the amount of points and everything else is 5 times the amount of points. So nothing is really discounted. But for every $2,000 you spend, $2,000, for every 2,000 points you get $125 in points to use later on. I usually save my points for when I have the 20% off everything, including Prestige coupon, and I use it to buy presents towards the end of the year or whenever the other coupon arrives. And since I am Diamond, I also have a 1.5 times points multiplier, but the Ulta points work very interestingly. It's not 1.5 times 10, which equals 15. It's 1.5 plus 10 minus 1 because it's your base. So for me, it wouldn't be a 15 times points multiplier. It would just be a 10.5 times points multiplier as the max amount I could get on an item. So normally during this time of the year, I do stock up on things that I use. So I'm going to open my Ulta app and read off my phone. I will put like a stipulation. I know some of these products do go for 10 times the points in other times of the year. So I may just wait until those times of year because a lot of this is Asian beauty. And around May, that's AAPI month, during that event, it's 10 times the points. So knowing that, I may not buy everything on this list. I may buy a few things, but I won't buy like the full amount. So I'll explain as I go. So for the first item, I have the Peach and Lily Glass Skin Refining Serum in the biggest size. I have gone through so many bottles of this. I use it in the morning as my morning serum. In the mornings, I usually do a micellar water, and then I'll spray my face with facial water, like the Evian canned water, and then I'll go in with a toner, eye cream, and then a serum. So it's step number 4 for me. I really do feel like this gives me glowy skin that looks healthy but not greasy. And of course, with everything I mentioned, don't feel like you have to buy this. Do your own research. I have oily skin. It used to be combo, but now it's just oily. The second product is the Tatcha the Silk Peony Line Smoothing Eye Cream. So I've also used at least 2 jars of this. It used to cost $58 and now it costs $69. I debated buying 2, one for myself and one for my husband, because multiple people have been telling him that he always looks tired, which I don't think he appreciates because, like, who would? He asked me if I had a spare eye cream, and because this is $69, I don't know if I should buy him one and then buy myself one, because if he doesn't use it, then it's going to be a very expensive investment. I think I'm just going to get one. This does last a while. I can just buy another one in the future during the 20% off, which is probably going to come around the holidays. And then moving on to my Sol de Janeiro, I have both the body wash and the body cream in my cart because I use both. So I go through 1 bottle of body wash per month and 1 bottle of body cream per month. And these are very expensive. The body wash, both my husband and I share, but I found that ever since we got our little silicone scrubby things, you need less of it to foam up, which is good. So I still have 7 bottles, so I'm going to purchase 5. And for both of these, if it's only a 5 times points multiplier, I'm going to buy significantly less. Like, I don't think I'm going to buy the body wash at all if it's only 5 times the points multiplier. And if it's the body cream, I'm only going to buy enough to make it to next May, or I'm only going to buy enough to make it to around December, so I can use my 20% off coupon instead. But for now, I have 10 bottles of the body cream in here. These 2 things are the reason why I maintain diamond status so easily. Moving on to my next product, which is the Touchland Power Mist Hydrating Hand Sanitizer in the scent Applelicious. I don't know if I should get 1 or 2 because all the ones I have currently are expired. I have one in my everyday bag at home, and then I have one at my work desk, so I might just get 2 so I can replace both of them. The one at work is almost done, and the one at home is like half used. So I think I'm actually going to get 2 of these. I have one right now. Hopefully Applicious smells good. And I picked the scent Apple instead of rebuying the ones that I already purchased because it's almost like, I think by the time I get to it, it will be fall. And now for the only makeup product that I'm putting in, the Rare Beauty Brow Harmony Precision Eyebrow Pencil. It's $19. I don't know why I'm saying the prices. It's $19 and I want the shade Rich Taupe. My hair looks brassy in this lighting, but it's actually brown. It's taupey colored in real life, and I need to re-dye it. I think it's more blonde right now. I've heard that this brow pencil lasts for a very long time, and I like brow pencils that last for a very long time. So that's why I'm interested, and I think I have enough points to buy it. I'm almost out of brow pencils anyway. All of my current brow products are open, so I have a brow mascara and 2 pencils that are about the same color. I opened one of them to test it out before going on vacation and just to see how much is left in it so that I could add it to my Asia wish list if it was good. And there's so little product in there that I'm definitely not going to repurchase it in the future. For reference, it is the Heavy Rotation Brow Line from the brand Kiss Me. Their mascara is good, like the brow mascara is good, but the pencils are very like stingy, like you get so little it's not worth buying. So all that to say, basically I don't have enough brow product to last me until the end of the year because I'm running out. So I'm going to buy the brow pencil to replace hopefully all 3. I think I have enough credits to be able to buy it. I am using some credits up this month in my beauty bank, so actually I have another product in here, so another makeup product in here, but it's at the very bottom because it's sold by another seller, not by Ulta directly. Back to Sol de Janeiro, I have their foot cream. I'm not gonna read the full name because it's kind of unnecessary, like how NARS is. Unnecessarily unhinged names. But anyways, I do enjoy their foot cream. Okay, I think the foot cream works well. The board that comes with it is useless. I use a glass file in the shower. I think originally I used something else that was I used a Bleen before on my heels and it worked well, but the glass file works even better. I feel like I'm saying the word foot cream too many times, but I'll go in with it after, and my heels are nice and soft after. And if I don't put lotion on, my heels are very painful to walk on because I don't wear socks a lot. I only wear it when I have to. Otherwise, them dogs are out. Moving on to my next product, which is the Madison Reed Color Wonder Demi-Permanent Hair Dye in the shade Iconic Blonde. So I have purchased at least 5 of these before. It is the shade that I use to dye my hair as it becomes more blonde. I'm definitely due for a touch-up. And it's so easy to do. This actually was on sale for $25 in the app, but I missed it. So I'm just going to wait to get it during the points multiplier. But right now I only have 1. And my hair, I feel like it grows out pretty fast. Like I had my hair cut in the middle of January and right now it's like at, I don't know how many inches of growth. But definitely you can see my roots coming out. And until my hair reaches like chin level, I think I'm going to have to keep dyeing it. And because I work out so much, I wash my hair often. So I feel like that time's shortened. But right now I only have 1 in my cart. If this is a 10 times points multiplier, I will add more than 1. But if it's just like a 5 times points multiplier, I might just do a few, like 1 or 2 or 3 max. And then the last skincare item I have is from Manyo. It is their Galactomy Enzyme Peeling Gel. I actually have 2 peeling gels right now, but I think they're expired. They don't work that well. So I want to test this one out. It's not that expensive, so I'm assuming that the packaging is tiny, which is fine. But I hope this one works because I used to really like the one from Nature Republic, but it stopped working. And then the one from Skin Food was really good as well. That was the OG one I used, the pineapple peeling gel. I can still smell it just thinking about it. And the last item I have is shipped by, I think, Ulta Beauty Marketplace, and it is the Kimchi Chic Beauty Giant Puff Puff Pass Set and Bake Powder. It is $60. It actually went up $5 from the time I put it in this cart. So I'm a little bit sad about that, but this is the best value I found for a powder in a while, and if you watch my project pan, you will know that I'm almost out of my powder, and it is the last one I have if you didn't see my project pan. So this was pretty new about 2 months ago, and it only took me like a month and some change to get this far on this product, so this is not going to last me. It's only 6.5 grams, and I think I go through 20 grams of powder every 8 months if I'm consistently wearing it, which I am now because I'm working in the office more and I have to put on makeup every day. So I think this one, the size is like 50 grams or something like that. It's 80 grams. So this should last me hopefully a few years. It's 4 times the size of the original powder, which is 20 grams, and I know I probably should buy the smaller one to test it out, but I've made powders that I don't like work on me, so I'm willing to take the risk for a way better deal. But yeah, that was everything in my shopping cart for the 10 times points multiplier day. Hopefully, it's 10 times the points for everything on here. The subtotal is $912, which means that tax is going to be about $100. Thank you, California. Obviously, that's going to change depending on what actually has the 10 times points multipliers and what doesn't. Hopefully they all do, but we'll see. And now I'm going to talk about my running wish list. I think I tried to film a separate video on this because I realized last month that I completely forgot to talk about this, but I'm just going to talk about it now. So this wish list has the item name, the month I put it in to the wish list, the month I removed it, and the reason why. If it is online shopping only, I don't think I need this tab anymore, but it was just for me to keep track of what I wanted while I was on a online shopping ban. The price, or my best guess for the price, and the reason why I wanted it. So starting with the first item, I put a Canon camera bag because I actually film on a Canon M200, and none of that really has anything to do with why I want the bag. I want the bag because I just shove my camera into a drawer when I'm done with it, so it has no like protection. I actually decided to remove it off my wish list because I don't think I need it. So I don't travel with this camera, and the drawer it's in actually doesn't have that much stuff in it. It's stored with my cotton pads as well, so I think it's more than well protected in there. It would have cost me $50 to get the bag, and I would have had to buy it online because the only seller was an online seller. It wasn't like I could buy it and pick it up in the store. Also on this list is the Kimchi Beauty Large Powder, which I did talk about in my Ulta wish list, so it's on there. Same with the Rare Beauty Brow Pencil. Another brow pencil I wanted was actually the NYX Powder Brow, but it's discontinued, so I can no longer buy it. Put that in on this list in June, so everything I'm saying right now I put on the list in June. But right after I went to go look up the price, I found out that I could no longer buy it, so it was removed from my list pretty quickly. The next item I wanted was a steam cleaner. So I've seen a lot of the cleaning videos, like the cleaning shorts. I don't have TikTok, so I don't have access to it through there, but the same creators usually post on YouTube, and it looks so interesting. Like, it looks so effortless. I don't know if it's a scam or not, but I want a steam cleaner, and I think it'll be really good for the bathroom and the fridge because I don't think I can remove one of the drawers in my fridge because of the way the door opens, but I think I can, but only if I lift up the glass. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna go with I don't think I can remove one of the drawers, but my concern with that is that there will be too much moisture left over after I use the cleaner, so I don't want my fridge to be too moist. The next item I put on here is Pop Flex, so the clothing brand by Blogilates. The reason why I put it on this list is because all of my workout clothes, minus the shirts that I pay for from Orange Theory for doing the challenges, are from Pop Flex, and I've actually lost some weight, so when I went back to check, my waist and hips no longer fit 1X, so I can drop down to XL. For some things that have like a tie, like the toral skirt, I can still wear them because there is a tie, but for other things like the booty shorts and the biker shorts, those are definitely falling off of me. Like I noticed the other day when I was running on the treadmill that my pants were falling, like not down to the ankles falling, but like falling from my stomach and kind of exposing my stomach. Luckily, everyone else was so busy working out that they didn't notice either, but it was uncomfortable because I don't like my stomach exposed to the cold. And I didn't notice until it was time to walk. So yeah, I'm going to be I think I'm going to be selling a majority of my pants that don't have a tie. And I'm going to use the money later on to buy, I'm going to use the money to buy stuff from PopFlex Active towards the end of the year, hopefully on a sale. I did actually place an order on PopFlex after realizing that the way reselling your clothes to PopFlex works is you're selling it directly to a person. It's like a marketplace. And after they buy it and keep it past the 72-hour mark, that's when you can redeem for store credit or a cash payout. But it's not like you sell your clothes directly to PopFlex, which is what I thought it was. So I was like, well, I didn't list anything, so I can't do this. Next item is the Madewell belt, which I did buy, but I put it in June. Everything's still June until I say so. But I bought it in July, so I'm still waiting for it to get to me, and I'm excited because I really like this belt. Obviously, if I'm repurchasing it in a slightly smaller size. The next product I put on here is the Palladio Beauty Brow Pencil. I actually removed it because I'm no longer interested in it. It's a wooden brow pencil, and I thought like, oh, this is going to be the closest to the NYX Powder Brow, but I don't think I'm interested in sharpening another brow pencil like every morning before work. So with the Rare Beauty brow pencil, I'm hoping that it lasts me long enough that I don't have to buy another brow pencil. Maybe I'll put it back in the future, or maybe I will get it back in the future because I know that it is a wooden brow pencil and that's something I'm interested in. And the last thing from June was the Clio Kill Lash. So I put this in because I saw that Costco is actually selling it for a good deal. So it was a 2-pack plus the remover for about like $15, which is insane because I don't even think you could get that price in Korea. I decided to remove it because I prefer the Opera mascara instead. It's also called My Lash. So if you look up Opera mascara on YesStyle, you won't find it, but if you look up My Lash on YesStyle, you will find it. Hoping that I can actually get more of the Opera mascara when I go to Taiwan, but that's up in the air as well. It's kind of related with taking care of the older family member. Like everything's up in the air. I feel like life is just moving by so fast and I can't catch a break right now. So I think I did this yesterday because I put the UGG Kids Bailey Bow Slipper on here and I was looking at it yesterday. So I can fit into a size 6 for kids. I don't know if it's online only. I think I would only buy it online just to make sure that it's authentic and not a fake that someone returned. But I don't need it. The Bailey Bow is also cute, which is what I have. The Bailey Bow 2. Maybe I'll change my mind after I fix my current one. But I feel like it's easier to put on a slipper than the whole boot. I don't know. We'll see. I might get it. I feel like I don't own that many shoes. I just bought a pair of shoes, but I'm saying that now. Yeah, I do have a lot of shoes, but they all fit on the shoe rack, so it's fine. And then the last two items are Asian beauty products. So I have the Kosunori Easy Eyelash Lift Kit. So I actually wanted this back in June, but I put it on this list in July. Around my 30th birthday, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get my nails done. I'm gonna get my lashes done. My hair was already did, so I didn't need to do it. But then I was like, what's the point? I get annoyed with long nails very easily, and also I don't know how to take care of my lashes after doing like a lash lift, and it seemed very expensive. But I saw that this is a very popular brand to do it yourself at home. It would have been cheaper to buy the double kit, but I decided to opt for the single kit just because I wanted to test it out. So yeah, I did buy this one. But I've been wanting it since June, and I thought it was only available on Olive Young because it's a Korean brand, but it's available on YesStyle as well. So I decided to buy that. And the Manyo Bifida Biome Barrier Cream. And I was saying, oh, I think I'm almost out of the barrier cream. I'm going to pick up more. But Ulta doesn't sell it anymore, so I couldn't get it from there. So yeah, I did pick up both of them. They are only available online. So it will get to me sometime in the next, hopefully before the end of the year. YesStyle ships out so slow. I think for the lash kit, it was within 24 hours. But for the barrier cream, it was 21 days. So I'm not going to see that one for a while. But yeah, that was everything for both of my wish lists. I know it's a bit of a mouthful and a lot to digest. But now I'm going to go on to my empties and my purchases. And then we'll be done. Actually, it's not purchases, it's gifts. I did receive some makeup items for free from a friend, and I'll explain it later, but starting with the empties. There are makeup items in here, but they're at the bottom, unfortunately. I will be going over those last. Each makeup item I finish gives me half a credit back because it's 2 out 1 in. Even samples count as 2 out 1 in as long as it's not a foil packet. If I used up this would count as half a credit, but it also counts as 1 credit to redeem, like if I wanted to get this. So this was actually part of my birthday gift this year from Sephora, and I had to use up 1 credit in order to get it. I count those as full-size items as well. So I'm going to start with, oh, and skincare doesn't count towards my beauty bank. So starting with the first product, I have this Tree Hut Ocean Glow Shea Sugar Scrub. This was, I think, ooh, it still smells good. This was the second scent I ever used from Tree Hut, and I believe Tree Hut is AAPI, it's owned by a Korean family, and so there was a 10 times points multiplier on this in May, so I decided to pick up like 5 of them. It's hyaluronic acid, green microalgae, and rainbow algae. Wait, nope, that's ingredients. I always do this. I don't know what the scent is supposed to be, but it does not smell like the real ocean, but it does smell like tropical without smelling coconutty. It smells like fruit. I try to exfoliate about 2 to 3 times a week depending on how rough my skin is. It's actually due for an exfoliation, but I don't want to get sunburned when I go whitewater rafting. It's going to be in the triple digits when I go, so the more protection I can have, the better. The next product I finished up is the Jeju Sparkling Cleansing Water. Wow. When I bought this, I hadn't been to Jeju yet, but now I have. Something crawled down my leg and I thought it was a bug, but I think it was my hair. Anyways, I've had this for a long time. I bought it Nature Republic website before they stopped selling this. And this has been discontinued for like 2 years. I bought 2 originally, so this one took me, I think, 2 years to use up. I like it. It's a good bottle. Like, you get a lot for what you pay. I think it's $22.90, but you can no longer buy this. I use this in the morning instead of washing my face at the sink, so I'll put this on a cotton pad and then rub it all over my face. And then I'll spray it with the Evian water, or Evian water, just to make it feel like I washed my face. But standing at the sink and washing my face in the morning is just so messy that I don't like doing it. And this way I feel like it's less stripping on my skin. I have 3 products from Sol de Janeiro. This is the first one. It is the Balm Dia Bright Body Wash. And both my husband and I use this. I feel like I say that in multiple videos and in multiple parts of this video. This is, I think, specifically for keratosis pilaris, which we both have. I have it way more severe than he does. I have strayed from this, but I always go back because this is the most effective. And this feels a little bit like dramatic, but it's like I have so little time in this world. Why not use the products that I know work if I can afford it? This is $26 a bottle. And for 2 people to use it, I think that's fine. Like $13 a month per person, and you break it down like 30 days. That's what, like 30 cents per use? It's not terrible. Like, it's not the best, but this is what we like using. And the smell does not linger. I cannot smell it on my husband. The other 2 products are my Balm Dia Bright body creams. So I use this after I shower as well on my arms and my legs. So one per month as well. My husband does not use these. It's just me. So I think I was very close to finishing one month. And yikes, these are very expensive. They're $48 per jar. And again, for keratosis pilaris, I find that this works the best. It is expensive though. I would recommend going to a dermatologist first before you do what I did. Spent a lot of money to test this out. But unfortunately, this is the best solution I've come across. And it smells good. That is why I restock when it's 10 times the points multiplier. Because if I gotta buy it anyways, might as well get 4,800 points out of it. Back to skincare, I have this Biore UV Aqua Rich Watery Essence. This is the water formula. So this is not the gel formula. This one's for dry skin. There's definitely alcohol in here. Yeah, you can smell it. I have the spray version still at work, so I use it on my arms before I go out for a walk. This used to be my favorite formula, but because of the alcohol, I feel like I should not be using it as much. I'm trying to use less and less products with alcohol in it, even though I know it controls oil very well. And this dries down more matte than my well, not really. So this does dry down a bit more matte than I feel like most sunscreens would, which is why I liked it so much. It was not sticky, but I think the Korean sunscreens are both moisturizing and non-sticky. So I prefer those more. And then I have this Then I Met You Living Cleansing Balm. The top is disgusting. And what is really gross about this is that I was not using this for a while because I was using the manual cleansing oil, but I was like, I should actually get back to this because I've not been using it for a while. This product is supposed to be bright yellow, like the same yellow that you see down here. But when I opened it, it was white on the top, and I sniffed it. It's fine. It didn't break me out or anything. It just lost the color because I think it's sea berry oil, and I think that's what makes it yellow. It was like pale on the top. It wasn't like white, but it was like more not translucent, but it was more of a creamy color on the top. And I smelled it, everything, passed the sniff test. It just looked funny, so I think I try to use that layer up first before getting down to the bottom. And you can see the spatula that comes with it, or just open it. But yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but towards the top, there's a little bit of white on it. This is very expensive, but it is my favorite cleansing balm. And luckily, Sephora carries it now. I just got a whiff of it. It smells a little bit dusty. So I was like, I am going to have to try and use it. Sephora sells this now. I wish Ulta did. So I'm waiting for the coupon before I buy this. And right now I'm just using the cleansing oil in the shower, which is the manual one that I got ripped off of. It is significantly smaller than the one I bought in Korea and also significantly more expensive. But I think that's what I get for not reading the description. Last skincare product before I go into makeup, I have my Innisfree Retinol Cica Repair Ampule. So I only bought one of this when I went to Jeju. I went to the Innisfree house, which is next to the Osolok Tea Museum. I think this was like hyped up on social media when I went, but I do like it. I think between this and the current retinol I have, this is better. And the way I saw them using it on Korean social media was in masks, like face masks. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you do that, make sure you wear sunscreen after, because if you use retinol, you're supposed to use sunscreen because you become even more prone to sun damage. I've also heard things like, oh, retinol's not that good for you, there's not enough research done on it, but I think retinol is right now the #1 thing you can do for anti-aging. I know this feels a little bit fake coming from me, but there is nothing wrong with aging. I'm using it to remove my sunspots on my cheeks. Let me just get real close so you can see. Yeah, you can see it right here. I don't know if it helps with wrinkles because to be honest, I don't have any. I'm saying like it sounds fake for me to say like, oh, don't worry about the way you look. Like, you don't have to look young forever, because I am Asian and Asians tend to look more young for longer, and then you hit 60 and it's like you ran into a brick wall. I just don't think there's anything wrong with aging, and I'm not using it to reverse my age. Okay, and then moving on to makeup. So I have this Too Faced complexion palette. It is the Turn Up the Light complexion palette from their Born This Way line. And I finished the shade in the middle, so I'm only counting this as one product, even though there's 3 pans in it. If I had finished all 3, then this would count as 3. But since it's only one, I'm only counting it as one. I just finished it this morning, actually. So I finished this center shade. It was a dupe for the Hourglass finishing powders. I think this is better than the Hourglass finishing powder, so if you have it, you should use it. But I will not be repurchasing this because I can't. It's discontinued. And also, I only liked it for the center shade. The other 2 shades were supposed to be highlighters slash an eyeshadow, and it was terrible. It was so chunky, so glittery, that I just didn't like it. I tried to get them to work, but they didn't work, so I scraped them out at least 2 years ago. And then I'm going to talk about my other Project Pan item while I'm here. I have the Romand Deepen More lip gloss, and this is what it looks like. So this I used up a while ago. I didn't use it up today. This is the shade. And it's very similar to what I'm wearing right now, which is, I think, dim mauve. These are lip plumping. Did I say what it is? The Romand Lasting Color Gloss. And in the shade Deepen More, it's lip plumping. It's not painful. It's not like the Western ones, so you won't get like a super noticeable effect. But it is warm and tingly, and I don't like that. I personally don't like lip plumpers. I think my lips are fine. I don't want them to be bigger or smaller than they are now. Like, this is the face I was born with. Take that back, I did have a mole removed, but I thought I needed to remove it because it was getting bigger. But yeah, this is the face I was born with. And that mole was not there when I was born. And the last makeup product I have is from Kiss Me. It is the Heavy Rotation brow pencil. And I'm trying to turn it up. So as you can see, maybe not. It's up there, and then I can twist it back down. But nothing more is coming out. This side is the pencil, and then this side is the brush, which you actually have to unscrew, which is nice. This was hard to take anywhere because, look at it, there's no cap on the side of the pencil. You can turn it up and down, luckily, so you can see how much is left in here. But there's barely anything left. I can't even read the color. I think this was like some gray, it's either grayish beige or some taupey color. Taupe beige. This works well with my hair. Not the way it looks in this lighting, but in other lighting. So this was perfect. And it was a color that was on the barrel. But there was so little in here. Like, I think I used it up in a month. I need to draw in my full brows. As you can see, I barely have any brows. Don't look too close or you'll see that I didn't trim my brow hairs. But yeah, I have to draw this in every single time and fill it in because no brows. So yeah, that was all of my empties. That was 3 products, so I get 1.5 points. I think I currently have 4.5 points, so now I have 6. But as I said earlier, I did get some new products, so I'm going to talk about them. They were actually gifts. And what's interesting is I got them from my friend at work. So my work friend got them from her friend whose sister gave it to her. So the sister used to have really bad anxiety and she would cope with it by impulse spending. She's better now, but then she accumulated boxes and boxes of makeup. And when her sister moved away, she left all her stuff behind. So my friend's friend then brought the boxes to her friends and was distributing all the makeup to them after asking her sister if it was okay, which she said yes. And so my friend took some and she brought them to me in a box, and she told me that these products are potentially expired, and if they look used, they were probably only ever swatched. She knows that I'm okay with expired products because they're merely a suggestion. Like, honestly. And I always do the smell test and I always do the look test before using products that I may be worried about. There was a lot of products in the little box that she brought, but I was being picky. So I picked up 3 things. I'm going to go over them in the order I obtained them. So the first one is this product. I don't even know this brand. It's 16 brand 16 filter shot in the shade Shading Almond, and this has never been used, but it is technically expired. It expired like a year ago. Everything was in the original packaging, by the way, which is crazy. I feel like that could have been me a few years ago, but not on the level that I witnessed. This is what it looks like. So it's brand new, and I originally was going to leave this for someone else to take, but my friend told me you should just take it. I don't think the others will be comfortable using products that are older, like, and potentially expired. So I was like, okay, fine. I'll just take this one. This does look a little bit cool, and it probably is because it is a Korean brand. But I remember wanting the Too Cool for School Rodin bronzer and seeing it and not getting it multiple times because I was worried about whether or not it would be too dark or light for me. If I go to Taiwan and I see it again, I might get it because that'll be like the third time I'd seen it. But also Taiwan's conversion ratio is not that great for us. Taiwan's currency is very strong right now. So I feel like I'm going to be paying a premium if I do see it. But if not, I do have this, which looks like a dupe. And then I have the MAC's Fix Plus Stay Over Alcohol-Free Long-Lasting Setting Spray. For this one, I opened the bottle to sniff it to make sure that it was fine, and it smells fine. It smells actually a little bit fruity, but also original packaging. I don't think this one was ever used. Because I'm not sure of the age, I'm debating just opening this and using it right now, but look at how little I have in my current setting spray. I want to finish this one first, and then I'm going to use this, and then I have another setting spray I bought in Japan that I'm probably not going to open until I'm done with both of these. I think if I had known I was going to get this, I would not have purchased a setting spray in Japan, but here we are. It's fun to test out new things. I've never used MAC Fix Plus, and I think this is a different version of the original, so I'm excited to try it. I've also heard that MAC Fix Plus is not meant to be a setting spray like the original. It's meant to help with your, like, wetting your brush to get the products to stick better. And the last item is actually an eyeshadow palette, and part of my low buy rules is that I wouldn't buy any eyeshadow palettes, so you can decide whether or not I broke my rules by getting this palette. But I saw this and I was like, oh my god, I haven't seen this in such a long time, it's so nostalgic. And my friend was like, just take it. Like, no one else is probably going to take it. It is the Too Faced Natural Matte Eyeshadow Palette. This I have not seen in so long. I think it's been around for over 10 years, like discontinued for over 10 years. And this looks like the original packaging. No, wait, this is not the original packaging. The original packaging was in a cardboard box, but look at it. Oh my gosh. She kept the box and everything, and on top of that, she also kept the how-to guide. So it came like this, which is so crazy. Like, I would have thrown this away a long time ago. It does look a little bit used, so I'm going to sanitize this one. It smells like baby powder, like how Estee Lauder eyeshadow smell. So I looked it up, that's fine. I think it's the ingredients that make it smell like that. It's definitely not off, but I will spray it with alcohol, some isopropyl alcohol. So it's interesting how I used to be the person who spent too much money on makeup. If you go back to my past makeup inventories, you'll see like all the eyeshadows, all the blushes, all the bronzers that I definitely did not go through. I don't think it was until like pretty recently that I was actually finishing products completely. I would like hit pan or use it for a little bit and decide like, oh, I don't want it anymore, and then get rid of it. It's crazy how I went from that to getting products from someone who could not finish all their products. But I'm definitely going to cherish these. Anyways, that was everything for this very long video. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you understand that life is just really busy for me right now. I'm hoping things will slow down in the future and I'm able to post more consistently, but at least this video and the project pans will be going up. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a month. Bye!